What did you feel when Nike sued you guys?
Are any of your subscribers working at Nike?
Like, people want to know like how those kind of good ideas came for every 2 weeks.
It's mostly AI at this point.
What's up, 전 세계 계신 와디 신발장 구독자 많이 하십니까? 와디입니다. 오늘은 굉장히 중요한 분들을 또 와디 신발장에서 모시게 되었는데요. 여러분들도 굉장히 재미있게 보실 것 같습니다. 천재적인 아트 집단이라고 알려져 있는 미스치프. 한국의 여기 대림미술관에서 11월 10일부터 전시를 시작했고요. 그 전시 전에 미스치프가 어떤 그룹인지 그리고 어떤 사람들인지 어떤 프로젝트를 해왔는지 말씀을 나누기 위해서 미스치프 모셨습니다. Say hello to Korean fans.
Hello.
So, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Gabe.
I'm Kevin.
And Lucas.
We're Mschf.
Hey.
How many members in Mschf?
Maybe 100. Anybody can join us on LinkedIn. If you put Mschf in your job title, then we get bigger. So
So, where are you guys located?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
New York.
In a garage, and when it rains, all the water comes up through the floor.
Seriously? Oh. Korean fans want to know like if you guys are like fashion company or like art group, who you are.
that's what we were hoping they would tell us in the comments. And then whoever has the most comments wins, and we'll do that.
Who started Mschf? When and why?
Started organically. Officially 2019. Yeah, that's when we started like really putting projects out together very intentionally, like every 2 weeks, anything, everything, like technology, art, fashion, plastic, like anything in between.
I guess that it will be very stressful. You have to do something in every 2 weeks.
Yeah, back then it was pretty stressful. It's still stressful.
But it was something that we very deliberately set for ourselves to force us to finish things.
Why did you come to Korea and who made a plan for this exhibition?
The museum invited us and we were just like, sounds good. Nobody invites us to anything.
But you did the exhibition in New York last year.
So 2 people invite us to things.
So tell me about this exhibition.
So this is sort of like a full, very comprehensive retrospective of all the work we've done over the past.
Almost everything that we've ever done.
I saw some computers and monitors. What was it all about?
We have a lot of digital work as well. Honestly, I feel like we all got our start more in that realm rather than the product space.
Maybe the first time lots of things Mschf has made are sort of presented in one spot like this. I think a lot of people will see one project we do here, one project we do there, and maybe they think like, oh, Mschf is a sneaker company, or Mschf is like an artist, or Mschf makes websites. And we do all of those things, and sort of this exhibition, I think, is really exciting for us because it lets people see how those combine and work together.
I also think like walking through the exhibition, you'll understand the feeling of Mschf as you like navigate across different projects, different categories and different formats. And you understand like that feeling is sort of the driver behind everything that we do. And at the end of the day, art is probably the most conveniently accurate way to describe what we do. But when you look at the actual formats, these are things that you would almost never or rarely find in like a typical fine art context.
So people can actually experience what you did.
Actually, no, probably not.
You can touch something.
But we won't tell you which one to.
I was so interested about this area. So it says like Fit Locker.
I guess it's a typo. It's too late to reprint it.
I know you guys doing a lot of different artworks, but this place is only for the sneakers, right? Yes. And those are you guys already released.
Mostly.
There's actually one that is not released yet over
The white
there.
one.
Super Baby. That we'll release that in December, I think. Depends.
I think like people does not think you're art pieces. Let me say art pieces, not as a sneakers, but it kind of more meaning. It can be an art piece. So like it's not a like height, but more than height. So what do you think about? Did you expect that or?
I mean, I think the reason we even ended up in this space was because we were making artwork in this realm to begin with.
Like we were kind of making fun of this space in a way. I mean, like the Jesus shoes.
Yeah, I mean, that was the Jesus shoes were probably the first physical product we ever made as Nike Air Max 97 with holy water on the inside. And we sold them at Artwork prices. So they were priced at, like $1,425 for the Bible verse, Matthew 14:25, where Jesus walked on water. And that was very much a conceptual piece in some sense.
Like it was the most extreme collaboration. The Nike check and then the cross. Like it doesn't get crazier than that, but people loved it.
I mean, because it was interesting because in some way we were critiquing the space, but I think the space honestly understood that and then loved it even more because of it.
So we got into sneakers basically by accident, by trying to make an artwork that was in the shape of a shoe. And then people really loved it as a shoe. And then as we've continued to do sneakers from there, I mean, I think it's fairly clear that they are kind of pushing the formal boundary of what you can stick on your foot. And our position is very much that like if you can put it on your foot, then it counts as a shoe.
I recognize you guys when you first released that Jesus sneakers. So I heard there's the water from the Jordan River, right? Who brought it?
You can just buy that stuff online, man.
Who sells that?
It's something like Christian Supplies R Us.
What about the blood?
That's our blood.
You did it by yourself?
There's a specific way to draw blood, and none of us knew what that was when we first started doing it. So the first day came in with the needle, and he's like, all right, I'm doing it. Stabbed himself in the leg, and no blood came out. And so he keeps stabbing himself. He's like, wait, how do you do this? And so we're starting to like cut ourselves, and then one guy was like, wait, you prick your finger if you're diabetic to
Well, so, okay, funny story about the blood. When we were first going to make Satan shoes, we were going to put goat's blood in it because for satanic rituals, that would be correct. And we started to tell people about this project and they all said, what? You're going to kill goats? Like, you monsters, how could you?
We weren't going to kill goats. They were already
dead. You know what? We'll put human blood in it. And everyone said,
like,
great.
okay, yeah, sure.
Whose idea was a wavy baby?
Wavy Baby, I believe, started as a shoe put into Photoshop, and we took the liquefy tool and we went blub, 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 and we took a screenshot and we sent it to the factory.
There was a
What about the red boots? So it was so sensational.
To be honest, I don't think we ever expected it to pop off the way that
I mean, I remember like we made a sample, and when the sample came back, and then he put on his motorcycle helmet and went and rode a motorcycle with those boots, and we were all just sitting there thinking like, that's crazy, like that looks so good. Yeah, and then we were like, let's do it, like let's just do it. And then it became pretty big.
A lot of Korean fans recognize you guys because of the wavy baby, because of Neymar. He came to Korea with that shoes on.
Oh, he wore them in Korea? You should send that to me.
So with the red boot, did you do any marketing or like sitting to the celebrity or something like that, or it just organically happened?
I actually remember exactly, like there was a photo that someone took of just in the mirror from here down wearing the boots, and people started sharing that photo. And so literally we're like 14 days away from releasing it, and it's just starting to blow up.
What did you feel when Nike sued you guys?
Are any of your subscribers working at Nike? We like Nike very much. Big fans. Yeah. That week, there were two things trending on Twitter in the United States. One was satanic panic, and the second one was boycott Nike. So imagine if like you're sitting with us in Brooklyn, the water's flooding, all that stuff, and you've got like probably 80% of America pissed at you, and then the biggest brand in the world also like not the happiest. It felt freaking great.
The only way we found out was because a journalist hit us up for comment about an article. So they found out by just watching the court logs that we were being sued. We didn't even know.
We never got the letter.
I heard that also Vans.
You're just gonna talk about all of our lawsuits?
That's a huge issue in Korea too. Like, people want to know like how those kind of good ideas came for every 2 weeks.
It's mostly AI at this point. Just kidding.
I mean, it's a very collective process. Anybody at Mschf could come up with a really great idea, and then it's a bit more of a curation process.
I also think a lot of people think we release something every 2 weeks. That means we work on every project for 2 weeks, and that's extremely not true.
We're working like a year out on most things at this point.
For my Instagram story, for like what you want to ask to the Mschf guys, they goes like, how many pairs you release, because it's really hard to get.
But sure, we'll make more.
How many pairs will you buy?
And for this exhibition, what was your favorite part?
Honestly, the top floor, I think, has some of our favorite big pieces.
And people have to take their shoes off, and they?
Oh no, they do, and then we're gonna take their shoes and sell them.
That's how we'll get more shoes.
What is your goal for the Mschf in 10 years, let's say?
Not to get shut down.
Good goal.
Survival. But like making more things, that was the reason we even got together in the first place. And that's why it's continued to be so exciting, even though we're hitting like 5 years now. It's just like we're always making something new that's like either in a new category or a new topic or new like materials, new process, and it's always like really interesting.
So for any leak that you can give us, your upcoming collaboration or project.
You got to join us on LinkedIn to learn that. But it is related to the dairy company space.
So all of you guys work in Brooklyn physically?
We have a few that are all over the world as well.
Amsterdam, Shanghai, London, Los Angeles, New York City, Texas.
So tell Korean fans, visit our exhibition.
Please visit. Yeah.
So randomly in the comments, we're gonna select one person and we're gonna give you a free $500 invoice. Whoever's lucky enough to get selected, you'll receive it in the mail.
$500, right?
Yeah, free $500 Mschf invoice.
So put your full name and mailing address.
11월 10일부터 3월 31일까지 있는 전시에 오셔서 미스치프가 어떤 작품들을 지금까지 만들어 왔고 너무 예쁘게 꾸며놨거든요. 와서 봐주시면 감사하겠습니다. Thanks for the time. Thank you. Bye.